two that don't work. Wonder what to do now. Well, I guess we're doing this now. Okay, let's start it off with a nice little bit of backstory. So, many of you will know that recently I bought this Bachmann Small Prairie as a replacement for the lemur you can see behind it. And it turns out that now I'm applying power on and off, on, off, on, off, on, and gonna nudge it. Oh, something moved. Go. It seems that old Bachmann fever has taken over this thing, which means that it needs a replacement. Replacement motor, yes. I don't know how to do that, and I can't be bothered to work out how. So the next best option was to buy something new. Here it is. For the grand old sum of £35, I bought myself another lemur Small Prairie. I actually bothered to get the person I was buying it from to test it first in front of my own eyes, and I can confirm this thing is a beauty. So let's get it open and onto the track. Okay, so the box is a bit beat up, but I'm not so worried about that, because the box, in my opinion, is just like a weird way to determine price of engine, because it doesn't affect how the engine runs, so why do people pay more for a box? Either way, there she is. She is number 4589, and she is Great Western Green. I was originally after a Great Western Green Small Prairie, but I ended up settling for a black one when I learned that they were cheaper because less people wanted them. But now that I can afford a nice shiny one, I think this is perfect for me. So there it is then, down onto the track, and I thought it may be interesting to try and compare both these engines, considering I never did a review of this one because it was so rubbish, and the fact that both of them are the exact same tooling. So let's get into it, I think. So we're starting off the old-fashioned way by looking at the top. You can see that on this one it has separately fitted whistles, as well as a painted dome and copper funnel cap, sorry. You can also see that on the one back there, there is also the exact same features. I think no, yeah, they are the same. I thought the chimney caps were different colours, but nope, they are exactly the same on that front. A detail I never quite understood about this engine is the fact that it's missing slits out of its cab. I actually cannot tell you any reason that I think this could be for, other than the manufacturers getting lazy. So I was very happy to see that that is not a present feature on the one I have now. Apologies if my opinions on this engine seem sort of biased, but that's because I don't like it. I don't think there's very much to say about it, because it's just pretty awful generally. The coal here, which you can see, is rather unconvincing. I think it's good for the time, but it definitely can't match up to this engine's real coal. I think the previous owner has added that because it doesn't look like anything that Lima would make, and I am all for it. It looks very convincing because it's real. So yeah, that's very nice. Liveries on both looking very well applied. No cab detail on either. Bit of a shame, but I can see why that would be, with these being such a small type of engine, and obviously with the mold being quite old, then you can't fit much of a motor in there. And motors were big back in the day, they didn't know how to make smaller ones. So yeah, very good job on sort of like trying to contain it in, and it looks very proportionate, considering how small the engine actually is. Now that we've done a bit of a comparison between those two, I think we're going to take a really deep delve into this engine on its own, starting off with the detail on the front. I think all these rivets just really do it for me. They make it look fantastic, as well as that detailed smoke box and the number on the front. Very good job on that, I think. The rods are looking very nice. I think those are convincing. Also nice and small so that it runs smoothly. There's not much separately fitted detail, but all this moulding's looking fantastic. Very good job, I think. looking amazing. Metal down here looking a tiny bit rusted, but we can either paint or overlook that in the future. And lastly, lamps on the back. I love this feature of the mould. I just think I need to paint them white or something just to make them stand out a bit more. I think I'm going to wait for the sun to go round because, as you can see, if I focus it, there is a stark contrast between where the sun is and where it isn't. So I think I'm going to wait a couple of hours, or even just 20 minutes, half an hour could make all the difference, for the sun to go round and come off my layout, and then we'll give this thing a run round, see how it runs. And we are back. The sun has successfully gone round and it's time for a running test. So I'm applying some power. Oh, there it goes. See if we can get it to run a little bit slower. There we are. Ooh. Ooh, that's good. Slow it right on down. Look at that. There we go. This is perfect. I'm trying to run it slowly going forward, but I can't get the speed right. Go. With it being old and me trying to get it to do a crawl, I think it's going to struggle a little bit. But, let's stop doing crawls. Speed. As you can see, it's also a lot smoother than both Small Prairies that I've had before. I think this one is going to be the perfect one. Now let's hook it up to some coaches. So for this, I've chosen my rake of sort of 1800s, early 1900s GWR coaches, because I think this will look nice pulling them. Going to couple it up. It's got Hold Me Double O couplings, so we don't even need to check if it's coupled. Going to run it forward. There we go. Woo! Third time lucky, baby. Never would have thought it. One way or another, I think I am very, very happy with this nice little engine, and I reckon it's here to stay. I won't jinx anything though, because that's what I said about the Bachman Prairie. Ah well, thanks for watching guys, hope to see more of this in future, and if you don't, I reckon you can probably work out what's happened, but let's hope not, because this is a really lovely little engine. It's my dream Small Prairie, this is how I originally wanted it, and I hope that this can stay. Thanks for watching folks, see you soon. we can also do this now, so yeah, that's fun.